Hello students, welcome to the lecture on job analysis and job design, and after the lecture we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain the purpose and the definition of job analysis, discuss the methods of job analysis, define the process of job analysis, explain the steps in job analysis process, discuss the job design and its method, describe the job description and design of job description, explain the uses of job description, explain the job specification. Let's start with a brief introduction to job analysis and job design. Emerging from years of downsizing and restructuring and with a new appreciation for the value of the human resources, many organizations are moving rapidly to embrace a new approach to the management of human resource HR process. Job analysis helps to understand the qualities needed by employees defined through behavioral descriptors to provide optimum work performance. Modern job analysis addresses development through the provisions of tools for employees that addresses what it takes to do a job, what an individual brings to the job, what the gaps the learning and development needs are. Let's discuss the definition and the purpose of job analysis. Job analysis is a fundamental process that forms the basis of all human resource activities. The importance of job analysis has been well established for years, dating back to at least the First World War. The focus of job analysis: positions and jobs. A position is the most basic structural entity in the organization, representing the collection of duties assigned to a single person. One or more similar positions, each of which is interchangeable with the other in terms of work activities, make up a job. In fact, a job has been defined as work consisting of responsibilities and duties that are sufficiently alike to justify being covered by a single job analysis. The importance of job analysis. According to scientific management, the key to productivity is a precise understanding of the tasks that constitute a job. If the motions of workers are to become standardized and machine-like, then it is necessary to be certain about what it is to be accomplished, as well as what abilities and materials are necessary to do the job. The significance of job analysis. Job analysis is a vital tool in taking a variety of human resource decisions. It is used to design and execute a number of human resource management activities and programs. These are described as manpower planning. Job analysis helps in forecasting manpower requirements based on the knowledge and the skills and the quality of manpower needed in an organization. Recruitment. A carefully designed job analysis provides information as to what sources of recruitment are to be used to hire employees. Selection. Selection of the right candidate to the right job can only be done with the help of job analysis. In the case of retail stores, a billing assistant can be selected with the knowledge of accounting, cash and computer operations. This is possible with the help of job analysis. Training and career development. Job analysis provides valuable information to develop training programs. It provides information about what skills are to be trained. It also provides information about various techniques to be used in career development of employees. Placement and socialization. After people are selected and trained, they must be placed in suitable jobs. Job analysis provides information about the suitability of jobs. A clear job analysis guides the process to socialize the employees to develop sound relationships with all those persons. Compensation. Job analysis provides information as to how much compensation and other financial and non-financial benefits to be associated with each job. Employee safety and welfare. Job analysis details information on working conditions. Thus, management tries to provide safety and welfare measures that are outlined in job analysis. Performance appraisal. The performance of employees is appraised based on the standard criteria that is provided in the job analysis. Counseling. A good job analysis provides information to the superiors about the jobs. They use this information to guide and counsel employees about their career options, performance, training requirements, skill upgradation. Strategic planning. Job analysis enables human resource manager to develop a long-range strategic plan in all concerned areas of human resources. Components of job analysis. There are many components of job analysis. Description of job. It is an important document. It is descriptive in nature. It is useful to identify a job for consideration by job analysts. Important questions to be answered through job description are: what should be done, why it should be done, where it should be done. Specifications of job. It is also known as man or employee specifications, is prepared on the basis of job specification. It specifies the qualities required in a job incumbent for the effective performance of the job. Evaluation of the job. It is the process of determining the relative worth of a job. It is a process which is helpful even for framing compensation plans by the personnel manager. Job evaluation as a process is advantageous to a company in many ways. Reduction in inequalities in salary structure. It is found that people and their motivation are dependent upon how well they are being paid. Therefore, the main objective of job evaluation is to have external and internal consistency in salary structure so that inequalities in salaries are reduced. Specialization. Because of the division of labor and thereby specialization, a large number of enterprises have got hundreds of jobs and many employees to perform them. Therefore, an attempt should be made to define a job and thereby fix salaries for it. This is possible only through job evaluation. It helps in the selection of employees. The job evaluation information can be helpful at the time of selection of the employees. The factors those are determined for job evaluation can be taken into account while selecting the employees. Harmonious relationship between the employees and the manager. Through job evaluation, harmonious and congenial relations can be maintained between employees and management so that all kinds of salary controversies can be minimized. Standardization. The process of determining the salary differentials for different jobs becomes standardized through job evaluation. This helps in bringing uniformity into salary structure. The relevance of new jobs. Through job evaluation, one can understand the relative value of new jobs in a concern. The methods of job analysis. Job analysis is the procedure for identifying those duties or behaviors that define a job. Job analysis methods can be categorized into three basic types: observation methods, interview, and questionnaire. Observation method. Observation of work activities and worker behaviors is a method of job analysis which can be used independently or in combination with other methods of job analysis. Three methods of job analysis based on observation are direct observation, work methods analysis, and critical incidents technique. Direct observation. Using direct observation, a person conducting the analysis simply observes employees in the performance of their duties. Work methods analysis. This method is used to describe manual and repetitive production jobs such as factory or assembly line jobs. This method is used by industrial engineers to determine the standard rates of production. Critical incidents technique. It involves observation and recording of examples of particularly effective or ineffective behaviors. Behaviors are judged to be effective or ineffective in terms of results produced by the behavior. Interview. In this method, the analyst interviews the employee, his supervisors and other concerned persons and record answers to relevant questions. The interviewer asks job-related questions and a standard format are used to record the data. Questionnaire. In this method, properly drafted questionnaires are sent to job holders. Structured questionnaires on different aspects of a job are developed. Now let's talk about the process of job analysis. It is realized that for higher efficiency and productivity, jobs must change according to the employees who carry them out. Some of the major reasons leading such changes are technological change. The pace of change in technology necessitates changes in the nature of job as well as the skills required. Word processing has drastically changed the nature of secretarial jobs. Computerization and automation likewise give rise to new requirements of certain jobs, while older requirements become redundant. Union management agreements. The agreements entered between the management and the unions can bring about change in the nature of the job, the duties and the responsibilities. People. Human beings are not robots. Each employee brings with him his own strengths and weaknesses, his own style of handling a job and his own aptitude. There is a saying that the job is what the incumbent makes of it. Steps in job analysis process. The major steps to be followed in carrying out job analysis in an ongoing organization are given as organization analysis. The first step is to get an overall view of the various jobs in the organization with a view to examine the linkages between jobs and the organizational objectives, interrelationships among the jobs, and the contribution of various jobs towards achieving organizational efficiency and effectiveness. Uses of job analysis information. Depending on organizational priorities and constraints, it is desirable to develop clarity regarding the possible uses of the information pertaining to job analysis. Selection of jobs for analysis. Carrying out job analysis is time-consuming and a costly process. It is therefore desirable to select a representative sample of jobs for purpose of analysis. The collection of data. Data will have to be collected on the characteristics of job, the required behavior and personal attributes needed to do the job effectively. Several techniques for job analysis are available. Care needs to be taken to use only such techniques which are acceptable and reliable in the existing situation within the organization. Preparation of job description. The information collected is used in preparing a job description for the job, highlighting major tasks, duties and responsibilities for effective job performance. The preparation of job specification. Likewise, the information gathered in step 4 is also used to prepare the job specification for a job, highlighting the personal attributes required in terms of education, training, aptitude and experience to fulfill the job description.
Make a list of the position's duties and responsibilities. One of the mistakes that small business owners often make when writing a job description is not outlining in detail what the day-to-day of the new employee will look like. This makes it hard to identify the right candidate for the job and makes it less likely that your job posting will attract the specific talents you require. So think about what the day-to-day responsibilities of the new employee will be, and then put those responsibilities down in a list. Step 2. List the skills and experience needed to get the job done. To make this list the most effective for your job description, you want to order it from most important to least important. An easy way to do this is to separate the skills and experience that an employee has to even be considered for the position from those that would be nice to have but not absolutely necessary. Step 3. List any other important factors, such as the type of personality you're looking for and how they will be working. Here are some questions to ask. Will this person be working independently or as part of a team? What are the personalities of the people on the team currently, and does this person fit? How much flexibility do they have in how the job is done? Do you need someone who can simply follow instructions, or someone that can operate with little supervision? How does doing this job in your company differ from doing a similar job at other companies? Step 4. Decide how much to offer. Studies have shown that as long as you are paying a fair salary, money is not a good motivation tool for employees. So the best idea when writing a job description is to offer a fair salary, but find another way to motivate your employees. For more on the problems with using money to motivate and what you should use instead, see the video by Dan Pink, which I've included in the resources link below this video. So how do you come up with a fair salary? The first thing you want to think about here is how much experience you want the person to have. Are you willing to pay extra to get someone who can come in and hit the ground running? Would you rather pay a lower salary and train someone with less experience? Once you have thought about this, you want to see what data is publicly available that can help you get an idea of how much your perfect candidate may require in compensation. Brad Ferris from Nmass.com has a great video on exactly how to do this, as well as some other great tips on writing a job description, which I've included in the resources link below this video. Here's my summary of that video, which uses an interactive project manager in Chicago as an example. Search Google for Interactive Project Manager Salary Range plus Chicago. Look for industry salary surveys. What are the trade associations that these types of people might be a member of? Search for their name plus salary data. Talk to other business owners and ask them what they are paying for jobs like this. Be sure you talk about the specific duties of the person so you make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Go to the advanced search on CareerBuilder.com, search for the job title there, and then select Show Only Those with Salary Info. Use the cost of living calculator in the resources link below this video to adjust the salary levels you find for similar positions to your location. Two things I would add to this are: make sure the salary you are offering is fair within the context of what you are paying other people in your organization to both the potential hire and existing employees. If there are competitors that you know have similar positions, you may be able to see what they are paying using Glassdoor.com. From this, you should be able to come up with a salary range. You want this to be a fairly wide range so you get a nice mixture and can see what applicants look like on both the high and low end of the range. Step 5, write the job description. Here is how it should be broken down. Job title. Be as specific as possible with the title. For example, let's say you're a plumbing company that sells to businesses in the Northeast and are seeking a sales manager. A bad job description title for this role would be Sales Manager. A better title would be Northeast Regional B2B Sales Manager, Plumbing Supplies. About us. Clearly and concisely outline what your company does and why someone would want to work there. Some things you may want to consider including here are what your company does and how big it is, your mission statement, any impressive stats relating to growth, and what your company's values are. This section should be 3 to 5 sentences max. Position details. Here's a quote which is also from Brad Ferris at nmass.com, and I think is a great overview of what you want the end result of your job description to look like. Write a compelling job posting, highlighting the challenges and opportunities that a successful candidate would face. Position the job as hard work, but rewarding, then sell the opportunity with your company. Positioning the job this way attracts more engaged candidates who want to make a difference and are exactly the type of people who make great employees. Here are some other things to consider including from another great article on the topic from jobscore.com. Why is the job open? Opportunity. Are you going to train this person? Do they get to work with a great boss? Will they develop leading edge skills? Is this a growth area of the company? Lifestyle. How many hours will they need to work? Will they have to travel? Will they get to hire or manage other people? Team style. What are the common attributes of the top performers on your team? Next, list out the required skills for the position. Go back to the list you made in step 2 and list the top 3 to 5 skills that the candidate must possess to even be considered for the job here. After that, list out the bonus skills. These are the things from step 2 which are not required, but would be a nice bonus if the candidate possessed them. And finally, add the further instructions section. Let them know how you would like them to apply. Another tip from Brad Ferris that I like for this section is to ask for a cover letter which addresses some specific point. This will make filtering through the stack of resumes easier, as you can immediately discard those who did not address that point. That's our lesson for today. If you have any questions or comments, please.
Now let's move to job design. Job design is next to job analysis. Job design involves systematic attempts to organize tasks, duties, and responsibilities into a unit of work to achieve certain objectives. Job design is affected by 3 categories of factors: organizational factors. The organizational factors that affect job design are characteristics of task, workflow, ergonomics, and work practices. Characteristics of task. Each task consists of 3 elements, namely planning, executing, and controlling. Job design involves the assembly of a number of tasks into a job or a group of jobs. A job may require an employee to perform a variety of connected tasks. All these characteristics of jobs are taken into consideration for job design. Workflow. The flow of work in an organization is strongly influenced by the nature of the product. This product usually suggests the sequence and the balance between jobs if the work is to be completed efficiently. Ergonomics. Ergonomics is concerned with the designing and shaping of the jobs as per the physical abilities and the characteristics of individuals so that they can perform the jobs effectively. Work practices. Work practices are the set methods of performing work. This can affect the job design as there is little flexibility in designing the job, especially if the work practices are approved employee unions. Environmental factors. Environmental factors affect job design. Environmental factors include employee abilities and availability and social and cultural expectations. Employee abilities and availabilities. Abilities and availability of people play an important role while designing jobs. Due attention needs to be given to the employee who will actually perform the job. The social and cultural expectations. Jobs should be designed keeping the employees in mind. Due to increase in literacy rate and knowledge, employees are now more aware and only perform jobs that are of their liking and match their profile. Behavioral factors. Behavioral factors are related to human needs and they need to be satisfied properly. Let's now talk about the various methods of job design. Job simplification. In the job simplification technique, the job is simplified or specialized. A given job is divided into small subparts and each part is assigned to one individual employee. Job simplification is introduced when job designers feel that the jobs are not specialized enough. Job rotation. Job rotation implies systematic movement of employees from one job to the other. Job remains unchanged, employees performing them shift from one job to the other. Job enlargement. It means expanding the scope of the job. Many tasks and duties are aggregated and assigned to a single job. It is opposite to job simplification. Job enlargement is an extension of job rotation, exposing the people to several jobs without changing the job duties to be performed. Job enrichment. It means making the job rich in its content so that an employee will get more satisfaction while performing that job. It upgrades the responsibilities, scope, and the challenge. A vast majority of the jobs are repetitive and monotonous in nature. Now let's talk about job description. The job description must assemble all the important elements of a job, such as the essential tasks, responsibilities, qualifications required, and the functional relation of the job to other jobs. It is helpful to follow the following guidelines when writing a job description. You should always be accurate about what is expressed. Omit expressions which are attributes such as uninteresting, distasteful, etc. Personal pronouns should be avoided. If it is necessary to refer to the worker, the word operator may be used. Do not describe only one phase of the job and give the impression that all phases are covered. Generalized or ambiguous expressions such as prepare, assist, handle, etc. should be omitted unless supported by data that will clarify them. All statements should be clearly defined, and simply set down promiscuous use of adjectives only reflects one's own opinion. Describe the job as is being done by the majority of workers holding the designation. Write in simple language, explain unusual technical terms. The description of a job which is part of teamwork should establish the team relationship. The length of description is immaterial. It is not expected even when printed forms that all job descriptions should be of equal length, but write concisely. When the job analyst finds that the data he has to work with is insufficient, he/she should stop until sufficient data is available. Put the date of the completion of each description and revise it as often as changes in jobs and occupation require. Job description should have the concurrence of the concerned supervisor. Description should contain the initials of the persons who compile them. Now the uses of job description. Apart from being a basis for job evaluation, the job description can be put to many uses. These are supervisor, employee communication. The information contained in the job description outlines the work which the incumbent is expected to perform. Hence, it is an extremely useful document for both the supervisor and the subordinate for the purpose of communication. Recruitment, selection, promotion, and transfer. Information pertaining to the knowledge, skills, and abilities required to perform the work to an acceptable standard can be used as a sound basis on which to base standards or procedures for recruitment, selection, promotion, and transfer. Work performance appraisal. To be sound and objective, a performance appraisal system must be rooted in the work performed by the employee. Such work is indicated by the duties in the job description. In such an approach, using each duty as the basis for discussion, the employee and the supervisor agree on work performance goals for the period to be covered by the subsequent evaluation report. They also agree on the criteria to be used to determine the extent to which the goals have been attained. Manpower planning, training, and development. These three processes are closely interrelated. The job description showing in specific terms the knowledge, skill, and the abilities requirements for effective performance of the duties is a sound and rational basis for each of these processes. Industrial relations. Frequently issues arise in the industrial relations field which have their origin in the work to be undertaken. In these instances, the job description may be used to form a factual basis for discussion and problem resolution. Organization and procedure analysis. The duties and the responsibilities that are outlined in the job description may be used to a great advantage by management in analyzing organization and procedures because they reveal how the work is organized, how the procedure operates, and how authority and responsibility are appointed. Now let's discuss job specification. There is a great deal of disagreement with regard to developing complete and correct job specification, unlike the job description, which provides more objective assessment of job requirements. The decision to specify minimum human requirements for a job is a difficult one as it involves considerable degree of subjectivity. The format for job specification should include the following items: position title, education training, experience, knowledge, abilities, skills, aptitude, desirable attributes, contraindicators if any. Now, job enrichment means redefining in a way that increases the opportunities for workers to experience the building of responsibility, achievement, growth, and recognition by doing a job well. Analyzing together the job, establishing client recognition, vertical loading, job sharing, flexible job doing pattern, etc., open feedback channels. And now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. Job analysis is the process of determining which characteristics are necessary for satisfactory job performance and analyzing the environmental conditions in which the job is performed. Job analysis is a vital tool in taking a variety of human resource decisions. Job design involves systematic attempts to organize tasks, duties and responsibilities into a unit of work to achieve certain objectives. Job rotation implies systematic movement of employees from one job to the other. Job enlargement means expanding the scope of the job.